Okay, Metcon for today is Maggie. So Maggie is the cousin of Mary. Mary is a 20-minute AMRAP of 5, 10, 15. Handstand push-ups, pistols, and pull-ups. And Maggie is 20 handstand push-ups, 40 pull-ups, and 60 pistols or single leg squats. So, and that's 5 rounds for time instead of a 20-minute AMRAP. So we have a different, we have a task versus time priority. So yeah, if you have the time and you are recovered well enough, there's no time cap to save you on this. I did not put a time cap. Now, if you're not that well recovered and or you have handstand push-ups or and relatively high volume pull-ups, or maybe you don't have them at high volume, but you can do them, consider lowering the reps or time capping yourself so that you don't get injured and that you're not working out for 2 hours. So if you have all 3 of those movements but not that many of them, yeah, put in the time cap and or shorten the reps per set. I would actually consider shortening the reps per set so that you meet the stimulus a little bit and then you're transitioning more often and you're able to keep your heart rate higher. So instead of 20, 40, 60, maybe you do 10, 20, 30, for example, and shoot for 10 rounds, but time cap yourself at, let's say, 30 minutes or something like that. Movement standards, I think most of you guys know, but I'll just go over them briefly. So handstand push-up, you gotta have your hands within a reasonable width. It does change from competition to competition, but since we're all working out on our own, let's just make sure you're not super wide and doing handstand push-ups about here. Gotta touch your head to the ground, and then you got a full elbow lockout at the top. See if I can do that over the grate here. So come down under control, and then legs down, and then get back up. Oh man, no padding's a lot harder. Sorry, that was ugly. But make sure, I don't think I even locked out. Make sure you don't do a bad rep like that. Make sure you lock out at the top. So 20 of those, break earlier than you think. Break earlier, that's a lot. Unless you are boulders for shoulders, like Rory and Brandon out there, or something like that. Okay, and then 40 pull-ups. On this one, again, break sooner than you think, both so that you don't completely fall apart in pull-ups over the course of the workout and also for hand health. Okay, so make sure you're checking out your hands in between sets, pushing those calluses back down. Make sure you're not death gripping the bar too much. These are just chin over the bar, so pretty straightforward. Make sure you get the chin over the bar and you come to full elbow lock out the bottom. They can be butterfly or kipping. So I'll do some kipping. And really try to, since you might be doing lots of sets today and not huge sets, really try to work on, this is what I've been working on a lot recently, rather than fingertip gripping on the bar like this. Trying to full grip, but not over grip, because that is a lot stronger in the long run for that. And then finally, pistols, they need to be alternating in 60 of them. So just try to move methodically through those. You don't need to pause like in the warm-up, of course. And hip creases needs to be below the knee. And you need to lock out at the top, which is, I'm sure, clear to most, if not all of you out there. The one thing that I sometimes do that is a no rep though, that you could forget about, is that you need to stand all the way up before you can let that leg go down and before you let that leg go behind you. So sometimes if I'm finishing a rep and I'm losing my balance, I'll kind of kick up and then the leg that was in the air will go behind me before I've stood up all the way. That's a no rep too, per a lot of the standards I've seen. So try to give you a visual what that looks like. So grab a foot, drop down, coming back up, and I'm like this. Before I lock out, that's a no rep. Got to keep that foot in front. So I'd have to repeat the same leg before I go to the other leg. So I'm down, whoop, that's a no rep because I touched the ground. So I'll do it again. That's another one I didn't talk about. Woo! Kick down, up, lock out. Now I can put that leg down. Okay? So 20, 40, 60, 5 rounds for time. Handstand push-ups, pull-ups, and pew, 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 pistols.